Yeah, I just want to clarify that. And also, you said you went to prison. You never PC'd up. You never dropped out, and you never were. Uh, they checked your paperwork and everything in prison, correct?
The Norteño program, homie, they will remove you for not putting your shoes on, bro. If you tell them I don't want to work out this week, they will stab you in your face. So think about it. If I were to go to jail and I got to show, of course, you got to get cleared. You got to walk with your hands behind your back with 4 SBs, bro. Every homeboy got to go through this in prison. As soon as you get to the pita, while you give them your paperwork, you got security blankets walking with you to chow. Every movement to the yarda, you have to sit on a table. So mind you, I'm sitting right there on a table. There's 2 right there. There's 2 behind me, bro. At any moment, you could just get stabbed if you're out of pocket or if your paperwork ain't clear, homie. I've been cleared at all 3 pitas I've been through, bro. Fully cleared, Norteño, active, soldado, bro, back then. Every time I went to prison, homie. So I did a lot of red on red afterwards, and they did it to me too, but I never got deemed for it. I've been set up and shit, but yeah, to answer the question, I've always been cleared, and that's why you see Big Tone having me on his albums after I got out of prison, who's a very controversial person right now on the internet, and just got an interview with Vlad TV and all them, right? All them homies, bro. Every homeboy you could think of in Northern California, bro, has had me on their albums or done music videos with me, bro.
And
After
this
prison.
is okay. So this is to clarify. This is after prison. After you're cleared, they still made music with you and conducted business with you even after all this stuff.
For sure. For sure,
Okay.
for sure.
That's very interesting.
Because I'm good. I'm in good standings, bro.
Okay. 10-4. All right, so you're making music, bro. You're in and out of prison. What would you say was your biggest height that you hit in your career as a musician in Northern California?
When I was doing like the burner concerts, I did a burner concert in Tulare, bro. And that's when I realized I had more groupies than he did. At that time, I had the first 3 rows of hyenas going crazy for me, bro. And there was a big ass auditorium. It was the burner performed that day. I don't ever know if you ever heard of the legendary rap artist called the Jacka from the Mob Figures. He performed that day. He had the most groupies. I ain't gonna lie. They went crazy when he came on. But that was probably one of the best shows that I did. I also did a show over there with Big Tone that he had a pretty big event in San Jose and invited me to perform there. When I would go to Modesto and perform concerts, there would be a line around the block to come in to see me rap. Tulare County, there used to be like a mile line. Oh, no, not a mile, but like 3-4 blocks of people waiting to come into the club to see me rap. So Cinco de Mayo in Sacramento, it was an upstairs and downstairs event. Me and the homie Ono Loco had it booming. We were the main event, and there were so many people there. It was incredible, bro.
What year was this happening?
Oh, when I got out of prison. So I got out of prison in 2012. That was my last prison that I went to. My last prison term I went to. 2000 was when I lost. So 2014, 15, 16. 13,
Okay, so
2013, 14, 15, 16, around there. All those years.
Okay. What was your parents, your father, your stepfather and mother, were they proud of you?
My dad was. He used to just brag about me all the time. Plus, I used to hook him up with hyenas all the time. That's all I cared about. Well, so you got a homegirl for me, son? Yes, I do. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got you, Pop. Don't worry about it. So, but my mom, she's they're both, to this day, they're both on the same team, bro. They're both 2 evil people, bro. I really don't too much care for them like that no more, bro.
So Toro, let me ask you this, because you are currently in a hotel, right? I've seen you. You've been making some content, making some YouTube. What was I would say, the start of the downfall, bro? What ended up happening to where you started going down, bro, in the game?
I got married to the wrong person who doesn't believe in God. She's a witch. She's really on that height. I'm talking about like full blown evil con artist snake. Quiet as a mouse, always thinking and plotting and just trying to destroy me. Because when I got with her, I just came out with the Real Estate Come music video. And the Real Estate Come music video, I had over 200,000 views. Mind you, most of my music videos you see now, they were all put up at 200, 300,000 views back in 2014, 15, and 16. And when I chose to do my own record label, that record label, Nasty North, took all my videos down. A fan reposted those videos, and now they're back up to 300,000 views again. Make sense? So they would have been, 500,000 views each video. But what happened was that I started going to work when I had my son, because mind you, I didn't know there was any money in the rap world. I didn't know that people were benefiting off of me, bro. I found that out later, about 2013 or 14, bro. That's when I made the Painted Cages and came out with Homeboys to Rivals, bro, which got over 200,000 views just on a song, no video. Now there's a video out, but over 200,000 views just on that song. It was called Homeboys to Rivals, bro. And that's because they were robbing me for all my money behind my back, homie. All my YouTube money, all my iTunes. I didn't even know what iTunes was. They're just putting all my songs on iTunes, collecting that for years and years and years. Never put money on my books. They never did nothing. Then you used to go back and used to give $1,000 and used to get 1,000 CDs pressed up. And then once you go to the car shows or whatever, you can make about 5 to 10 stacks off $1,000. So when I went and did my last prison sentence, was only for it was a prison violation in Delano. I had over 1,000 CDs right there. When I came back home, the homegirls told me that the homie's been selling it at the car shows, bro.
So that's when you figured it out?
Yep, that's when I figured out, and I beat up Little Raider. And when I beat him up, because he tried to tell me to go put in work on somebody who he had a problem with, but was my homeboy. Whether he was a dropout or not, it don't matter. You're the one who introduced him to the audio, bro. And this was your homie on your albums while he was a dropout the whole time. That's what I remember. I told you about that. They all hang out with each other. So when he told me to go put in work on somebody who did him dirty, I was like, Charles, homie, you think I'm a punk? You think I'm a boy or something? You think you finna just give me orders, bro? I'll smash you, homie. So I had a hood meeting. I banged on him, put him on the toilet bowl. He was sitting there thinking, I never thought this was going to happen to me. For some unknown reason, I don't know, he must have got so scared. He probably wanted to keep me on a good side. This is a guarantee. It was a tactic from him now that I know. Because he was this close to being jumped out the neighborhood. And I had about 15 homeboys in that house that all had something bad to say to him. And they all were ready to jump. We were ready to jump him out like that, bro. And it was my call. I just got out of prison. So right after that happened, I talked to him. So I said, "It's your last warning, bro." He said, "Toro, I got something to show you." He took me to his house, to his apartment, and showed me a check. It said, Ono Loco, Mac Reese, Big Cholo. Every single rap artist's numbers, their rap money numbers into a big check. And then mine was at the bottom. Lil Toro, the most money out of all of them. All those rap people's money combined, all at the bottom went to George, Little Raider. So he said, "Hey, when I cash this check, I'm going to give you your money right here." So right there, the light bulb hit. And I'm like, damn, bro, you've been having these songs been since 2006, bro. My music's been up. It's now 2012.
Man, that's hella. Go ahead.
So how much money did they make? If I was making almost 300,000 views on music videos and all my songs, I was always in jail. I never even knew what iTunes was, bro. I didn't even know about technology. That's why I'm not too computer savvy to this day. But I always put the most work in the neighborhood. I always did. If you ask 20, 30 homies in my neighborhood, who's your best friend? They all said it was me. And then when I got married, everybody disappeared, bro, because of her negative energy, bro. That's why today I went and got my divorce filed, finally. And I'm waiting for the sheriffs to go serve her ass. Woo! Yeah.
Okay, so Lil Toro, so you find out they're stealing your money. So from that period, I guess, 16, 17 on up, what are you doing? You're married, you're living the married life, basically?
No, not yet. I got into a job. I got into the job work. I got into the field of epoxy and flooring. And that's when I went through chemical warfare, and they didn't give me a respirator mask and anything like that. Mind you, why I said my mom and my dad, I feel like they're real evil, wicked-ass people, is because both sides of their family are in the construction world, and they're both are multi-million-dollar people. See, San Francisco people ain't poor, bro. Those houses in the city go for at least a couple $1 million, bro, even in the ghetto, homie.
I believe it.
So even there ain't no poverty like when it comes to the dollar. So all I needed was one relative to tell me, hey, Antonio, bro, put a respirator on. That's not healthy for you. But instead of that, it was just con artistry, homie. So I did that for a couple of years. I had me a beautiful girlfriend in Watsonville that eats me up to this day. That, I was being a player from the Himalayas. And that's when I lost my YouTube account because I ended up giving her my password to my not YouTube, but my Instagram account that had over 17,000 followers. And when she seen me talking to other girls in my DM, she just changed the password on me and I never got back into it. And then after I lost that, the chemical warfare tore me up. My mom took my oldest boy from me and put me in a mental institution, bro. Had me committed. Yeah, I've been committed to mental institutions about 3-4 times in my life, bro.
And real quick with the epoxy, I see people make videos about you say this, that, and the third, but I can attest to, I'm in the oil field. We deal with epoxies, coatings, even silica dust from sandblasting. If you do not have these respirators, bro, it can be physically dangerous and harming to somebody's body, bro.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. And I didn't know nothing about it because I was just a gangbanging rapper my whole freaking teenage, early 20 years, bro. And it was always just coincidentally that I was always the one in jail. But then this homeboy right here who used to put just as much work, never spent a day in jail before. That's when I realized he was an undercover police officer the whole time. So there's cops in gangs out here in California. They're infiltrated it already, bro.
That don't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, even on YouTube, and there's, the stuff with P. Diddy, he just got busted, and who knows how he's in the scene, right? It's different levels, right? And I believe it's wickedness in high places. So you're making a comeback, bro. You have a YouTube channel. So touch on where you're at now and what's happening, if you don't mind.
So right now, I just got deported out of Mexico, bro. I was in Mexico. I was living in Mexico. I loved Mexico. The energy was high. That's when I made the Chicano, what Chicano really means. It means defender. And that's when I was talking to Nahuatl. You could go check that out on my channel. But the spirit of Mexico told me that we ain't supposed to be killing each other, homie. And what it was is that, some essays out there felt me and some didn't, bro. And my wife at the time, she made sure that I got drugged, homie. 100%. I ain't gonna lie to you, because in that relationship, I used to have to go like this. Hey, drink this first, and then I'll drink it. Hey, eat this first, and then I'll take a bite of it. That's how it was in that house when I was married to her. We even sleep in the same room. I've been poisoned before a couple of times, bro, where I'm just sitting there sweating profusively for 3 days. I'm waking up and my whole bed's soaked. And I'm like, why is my bed soaked? And I'm looking at my tias, I'm looking at people in the house, and they're biting their fingers, looking at me. And I'm like, so it's been happening for years, homie.
So you said that you got deported, but not to Mexico. You got deported out of Mexico.
Out of Mexico. My wife at the time called the policia on me, bro. Said that I was scaring my daughter because I was telling her to say F my mama's religion, period, point blank. I'm keeping it real. I'm like, F her religion, because not everybody in every group is cool, homie. You know what I'm saying? And my mom brainwashed me with that stuff as a kid. Didn't let me play sports over that. All I could do was go out on service and so forth. I don't really want to get into it, but I was telling my daughter that. She called the police and said I was scaring my family, and then came back to California and lied and said that I was hitting on her. She didn't have a mark on her, bro. I ain't hitting on her. I was like, just stop doing this. She knew what she was doing. She was setting me up. So when the policia came, they jacked me for $7,000 of gold. They took my ring, my $1,000 out of my pocket, sent me to jail, in the Mexican jail one day. Then I went to the deportation center, and I spent a day there. Then I went to the border, and then I was in handcuffs all day there. Then I spent 6 days in San Diego County Jail. Then I came back to Cocoa County for 1 day, slept in the thing, woke up, went to court, got released. Homeless, though, with no clothes, no money, no nada.
But a YouTube channel too, right?
Thank God that I got a Africano homie out here that helped me set it up, bro. That helped me set up so I could get my money out, and hopefully I'll be receiving my first payment. I gotta put my charger in because the phone died.
Go ahead.
Hold on real quick. I should be receiving my first payment, bro. On the 21st or sometime this next month, bro. I got my charger in now. Cool. But yeah, bro. So yeah, I've been through a lot of shit. I'm talking about a lot of crazy shit. But after hearing all this, does it sound like I'm a targeted individual?
It does. it sounds like you were done dirty by a lot of people, even from probably a youngster, you know. And I think that's the deal with a lot of people. If you had a message for anybody watching, someone that was probably in your shoes, or better yet, bro, if you could tell yourself a message when you were a kid, what would you tell yourself right now, bro?
Don't gangbang. Be a cop. Because if I was a cop, I'd be I'd be terrorizing all the evil mofos, bro.
Yeah.
And all the cool people, I'd be letting them slide every time. Like, nah, you good, bro. Cool. Don't trip. But you got that evilness, and I'm talking about, when I say evil, I'm talking about like demented stuff, like doing stuff to kids. For sure, you gotta go. Preying on the weak, bullying, just out of pocket ass shit. Racism. Anybody on that racism tip, drug addicts or dope fiends. Oh yeah, you can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I really wish I could have been a law enforcement, bro, because I would have been, or army general, or somebody in the army. I really
hell
wish I
yeah.
could been in the army for the United States, homie. I really
Yeah,
wish that I would have had a career, because if I was just prone to that energy of being a G, then might as well get paid for it, bro. You don't
bro, and
get
they,
paid. You don't get paid being a gangbanger, having bragging rights. I guess you do actually on YouTube. You might be able to get paid having some bragging rights now, but
good
the
point.
the average Joe don't get that. He ain't gonna get paid off of it. I
Well,
probably
good.
am though, but
Well, good point though, because really, I have a lot of my cousins, my homeboys in the hood. Their sons, they're Marines, bro, and they have a lot of, they come back from the Marines and they get benefits. Like it's pretty good to serve, and I encourage anybody out there, go to serve for the United States if you get a chance, because there are benefits as far as long term, right?